Hey Geography peeps, did you like the Denmark episode? Oh man, I had so much fun writing that script, like seriously. However, I did leave out a few parts, like when I talked about Freetown, Estonia, or Bornholm Island, but that's gonna have to wait for Geography more. In the meantime, we got a flag to dissect. So, without further ado... Welcome back to Flag Friday. As you guys know, the most recent country episode we did was Denmark, so therefore, logically, we gotta do the Danish flag in Flag Friday, right? No? Well, too bad. You're gonna get it! Now this one's quite a trip because it looks very simple, however there's a mountain of backstory. First of all, the Danish flag, or the Dannebrog, is the oldest consistently used flag in the world. The flag is a red banner with a white Scandinavian cross positioned sideways with the vertical brace shifted to the hoist side. The first two fields on the left must always be perfect squares, whereas the right should follow a 6:4 proportion. Now, although of course the cross symbolizes Christianity, the colors don't really have an official meaning. Some will say that the white stands for honesty and peace, and the red stands for valor, strength, and bravery. Now this is where the infamous Battle of Lindanis comes from. Supposedly, in 1219, the Danes were fighting against the Estonians. Yada yada yada, something about a bishop raising his hands while praying, and right at the last second, the Dannebrog miraculously fell from the sky that King Valdemar took to give his troops courage, and they won. Therefore, Denmark was the first country to use the Scandinavian cross, which subsequently is also the reason why most of the other Nordic states have adopted the same design, as well as the dependencies, and also the Orkney and Shetland Islands in Scotland. Oh, Scotland, you're like this close to being Nordic. It should also be mentioned that the Danish flag also has quite a few variants. There's the swallow-tailed naval flag and the split flag, which are almost completely identical except one is a little shorter and darker. These two are only used by the Navy and merchant ships, as well as certain specific private companies and institutions that have approval. Then you have the Royal Standard flags. These honorable flags are used to classify the specific Danes that belong to the royal family. There's the Monarch Standard, the Crown Prince Standard, the Prince Consort Standard, the Regent, and the Royal Family Standard for everyone else. Each one of those flags has a specific crest or coat of arms that you can find in the central square on the flag. Speaking of the coat of arms, this is what the Danish coat of arms looks like. The Danish coat of arms contains 3 pale blue lions wearing crowns surrounded by 9 red hearts, all on a golden shield. This was historically the coat of arms for the House of Estridsson, which provided the royal family with kings for about 4 centuries, starting in the 11th century. The crown on top is emulated from the crown of King Christian V, distinguished by its table-cut diamonds, which is stored in Rosenborg Castle in Copenhagen. Don't get the coat of arms mixed up with Estonia's though. In Estonia, they don't have any hearts or crowns on the lions, and the lions are facing towards you. But then again, I mean, come on, when are you ever going to be put in a position where you're going to have to distinguish coats of arms from other ones? Shut up. Then you have the Royal Coat of Arms. This one can also be found on the Monarch flag, and it's quite complex. You have the wild men on the sides, the robe, the ram, and polar bear representing the Faroe Islands and Greenland, as well as a ton of other symbolism. Yeah, you get the point. In the end, Denmark's flag and coat of arms are kind of like a doorway into a whole world of history and folklore, not necessarily written by Hans Christian Andersen. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Flag Friday. You've just been flagged. Stay cool, stay tuned.